Okay, in this video we're going to add and subtract decimals. Page 1, these examples. Page 2, these examples. Page 3, these examples. Page 4, these examples. Page 5, these ones. And page 6, these two examples. Okay? So let us start with page 1. And we'll straight away just remember money, adding money together, $2.88 plus $1.05. Hopefully we know that we've got to add the cents and then the tens and then the dollars, right, basically. So you kind of line them up like this, cents, tens and dollars, then you add. Now 8 and 5 is 13, so you put, okay, that's 13 cents. So the 3 part of that 13 goes down here. And the 1 part of the 13 is a 10. Okay, and that of course gets added to this next column here, right? So now 1 and 0 and 8 gives us 9. And so we have 93 cents, and then 2 and 1 is $3. Okay, so hopefully this makes sense, right? And it basically, once again, this is what we have, our units or ones, tenths and hundredths. A cent is 1/100th of a dollar because there's 100 cents in a dollar, right? So we've got ones and tenths and hundredths, right, for fun. Okay. All right. So if we're adding, tens, let's say we have, we can also have, say, a tens column. And let's get our cheat sheet out just so I can show you this once again as usual. So if I'm adding these guys, you can see here, like, if I line up the decimal point, I've got a tens column. Okay, I've got ones, I've got tenths, I've got hundredths, and I've got thousandths, and you just line them up like that, and you add the like terms, basically. So we always start over on this side first of all. Don't start here. So anyway, we've only got one type of thousandth. Okay, which is I'll just leave that there for now, just so we can really see that clearly. So we're adding our thousandths. I just have. 1 digit in the thousandth spot, and that's 7, right? So you just put 7 down here. So, you're supposed to write this down. So I hope you got this written down. So it's 7 thousandths, right? Press pause and write it down if you haven't got it yet. Hundredths, 4 and 1, 5 hundredths. Okay, so 7 thousandths, 5 hundredths. How many tenths? 3 and 8 is 11, so 11 tenths. So we put 1 there, and the other part, so 11 is 10 and 1, and that 10 tenths you see is a unit, is 1. So we put the 1 over there, put the decimal point down here, and add the ones now. 1 and 3 is 4 and 9 is 13. So put 3 here, and we add a 1 to this column, the tens column, and that makes 3 and 1 is 4, right? So once again, you've got tens, ones, tenths, hundredths, and thousandths, and you need to line them up carefully and add the correct digits together. That is the trick. Okay. So if we had this example here, 7.9 plus 3.48 plus 1.007, can you write this out carefully as an addition, one digit on top of the other? So just write this out carefully. How are you going to write this out? Okay, I'll help you. You've got to go, if you haven't got, so you got to go 7.9, 3.48, 1.007. Okay, and then we add them together. So we're adding thousandths, hundredths, tenths, and ones. We always start with the thousandths. So just 7 thousandths. That's all. All the hundredths is easy too. 8 and 0. That's 8 hundredths, right? Tenths. 9 and 4 is 13, and 0. That's still 13. Carry the 1. Put your decimal point down underneath here. You always write down the decimal point underneath decimal point, right? 1 and 1 is 2, and 3 is 5, and 7 is 12. Okay. So we have 12.387, or just for fun, 12 and 387 thousandths. You might remember that from the last section. Okay, so let's go to page 2. And we've got to add these guys together. So can you line these out correctly or neatly, one on top of the other, and then add them without making a mistake? So one thing, once again, we've just got to write things neatly. Don't make a mistake. If you make a mistake, you're wrong. You know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this. Oh, you know what? I'm going to line it all out again as usual. Okay, sorry. So 30. Let's see. 31.0289, and then we have 8.79, and then we have 0.003, and then we add those guys. Okay, so we've got to make sure we line things up neatly, so that we have tens, ones, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, and also this last digit here is a 10,000th. Okay, so we always start at the very left. So look, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 digits away from the decimal point. So this is all in a zone. You know, if you want, just for fun, you can stick zeros in as placeholders on the end of these other numbers. That's fine. In fact, we should probably do that. That would make it nice and easy, I think, right? So we all have 4 digits. Oh, that does look nicer, doesn't it? I think we'll do that from now on, right? So 900, that gives us 9. 80 and 3 is 11. Carry the 1, right? 1 and 9 is 10, and 2 is 12. Carry the 1. 1 and 7 is 8. Put down the decimal point. 1 and 8 and 0 is 9, and then we have 3. So 39.8219. And just for fun, that is 39, and this is tenths, hundredths, thousands, 10,000ths over 10,000. 8,219 10,000ths. So we'll just write out some of these for fun, just for practice, okay, so we remember. Alright, so write this out carefully. And again, we could plug in zeros where we have spaces, basically. So 4.1, and then we've got 10.03, right? 10.03. So you could put a 0 there, just so you can show that there's nothing to be added to the 3 from this guy. Then we've got 200.007, and there's a 0 here and here, right? So you can rewrite these numbers. This 4.1 is the same thing as 4.100. It's the same thing, right? That might, I don't know if you like doing that or not, but anyway. So 0, 0, and 7, of course, is 7. 0, 3, and 0 is... So go ahead and write down the answer. Have you got it? Press pause if you want to finish it. Press pause if you don't have it yet. 0, 3, 0, that's 3. This is 1. Now, so that's 7,000, 3 hundredths, 1 tenth, 4 units, 1 10, and 200. So 214 and 137 thousandths, right? Can you write this as a mixed number just for fun? 214, and we have tenths, hundredths, thousandths, so it's over 1,000. 137 thousandths, right? Okay, so let's have a look at page 3.